Thank you. We've updated our logo. Our mission stays the same, but we've updated our logo. And I just want to describe this a little bit to you. The crucifix is at the center of everything that we do at Catholic Charities. And the team and I felt it critical that we put the crucifix at the center of our new logo, as you see there. We treat everyone who needs our help with the dignity and the respect that they deserve. Not because they're Catholic. Not because they're Catholic. In fact, most of the people that we're serving are not Catholic. We treat them because we're Catholic. In fact, a number of our employees are not Catholic, but we treat them because we're Catholic. We help everybody that's in need, regardless of faith, ethnicity, political affiliation. We serve them because they're in front of us and they need us. And Christ's self-sacrificial love stirs our hearts to serve our neighbors that are in need. And rooted in Christ and knowing that everything we have comes from Christ, we strive not just for a handout, but a hand up to those that we serve and walk alongside of our clients and offer help and hope for better days ahead. Our frontline case managers bring their faith, their hope, and their loving hearts each and every day to serve, acting as the hands and feet of Christ on a daily basis. You know, I recently toured the rescue mission here in Fort Wayne. We have a partnership with the rescue mission to help the folks that are coming out of the rescue mission and Kara's house who are getting ready to re-enter the community after the programming of the rescue mission. And I had this incredible opportunity. You know, I had the tour of the rescue mission and then witnessed one of our case managers working with a man that was about to re-enter the community. And I watched as our case manager, with love in her eyes and trust in this man, because he knew that she had his interests in heart, worked together and develop a plan of how he was going to re-enter the community. And that's not a one-off encounter. You know, she will work with him for many months to come and keep track of him for up to a year to make sure that he's in a good place as he re-enters the community. So one of my learnings is that we need to invest in our case managers, our frontline workers, make sure that we're training, developing, paying them adequately, and making sure that they are feeling good about what they do. That is a high burnout job, and we need to make sure that we're refreshing them. And there's a spiritual element that I so much want to bring to a new level within Catholic Charities. And I'm so blessed to be surrounded by a lot of that within our board. And they can tell you I'm calling on them to help in that regard. You know, we have similar partnerships with Connect Allen County here in Fort Wayne and the Homeless Center for the Homeless in South Bend, and Real Services in South Bend as well. And I want more of that. You know, there's more collaboration and partnering that we can do with other agencies to help those in need. We can't do everything ourselves, and I'm very open to more collaborations on a go-forward basis. And I know a lot of the people in this room are asking for that too. A lot of our supporters are looking for that. So back to the logo, if we could. So the hand in the logo represents the loving hand of the Father and our desire for solidarity and togetherness. This supports our core belief that we're one human family, regardless of ethnicity and race. We're our brothers and sisters, keepers, wherever they may be. Our work in refugee resettlement is a great example of how we live this out. That operating model has worked for over 45 years in our diocese because it puts the refugee family at the center of what we do. We put the family at the center, we bring the community around the family, and we work together to make sure that that family is welcomed, they have a roof over their head, they have food on the table, they have access to health care, education, mentorships, and so forth. And it takes the whole community to make that happen. That model, to me, we need to replicate in other aspects of people that are in need. One of my learnings is that some of the economic funding of that is not really in place. It's there for refugee settlement, but other programs, I think if we take that same mindset, put the homelessness person, the pregnant, young woman, put them at the center of everything we do, and wrap services around them and bring hope and real help to those folks. We could not do any of this without volunteers, and many of our volunteers come from the parishes that are represented in this room. Thank you so much for that. If you go to our vision, and actually this was quoted before, we can talk about being rooted in Christ and imagining a world where each person is filled with the hope for the future. And again, that comes from Christ first and foremost. And we seek to support and inspire our neighbors on a go-forward basis so they can achieve their God-given potential. Achievement of our vision will be built on 4 pillars, which I'm going to briefly talk about. That the first pillar, we will be guided by Christ. We are Catholic Charities. One of the things, I've had family and friends come to me and say, "Oh, Catholic Charities, there's some bad stuff happening in Catholic Charities." And then I ask them about that, and it's some perhaps rogue agency that's in a different part of the country. And I said, no, everything we're doing, we're guided by Christ. It's part of the Catholic doctrine, and we will always be that way. So don't worry about what you may hear on the southern border or other things. We support legal immigration. We support refugee resettlement. We follow the teachings of the Church, the Catholic social teaching. So, serving all those in need as Christ calls us to do is our mission and always will be. Saint Teresa of Avila has just a beautiful description of serving others. I'm going to quote it. She says, "Christ has no body but yours. No hands, no feet on earth but yours. Yours are the eyes with which he looks compassion in this world. Yours are the feet with which he walks to do good. Yours are the hands with which he blesses the world. Yours are the eyes, yours are his body. Christ has no body now on earth but yours." This will be our mindset each and every day at Catholic Charities. We will place our clients at the center of everything we do. Our second pillar, hope for all. For us, serving the community is about so much more than helping a single group of people. It's about being a support system for every person that's in need. An area of potential opportunity, I believe, is to expand our mentoring program. We have a mentorship program in Auburn, but we don't have one in Fort Wayne or South Bend. And if we really put the family at the center of what we do and want to provide hope and self-sufficiency and help them transform their lives and achieve their God-given potential, they need a support network. When I was at the rescue mission, the gentleman, just a wonderful guy, Dusty, who was giving us the tour, he said the common thread among the folks that are here are 2 things: trauma and tribe. I said, okay, I get the trauma piece. Tell me more about the tribe piece. And he said they've lost their tribe, or they've been with a tribe that leads them into generational poverty. So when we think about tribe, putting the family at the center and a mentorship program, a support group that helps people see the hope and the beauty of living in this world. And they need that type of community to thrive. Our third pillar, which I mentioned, is the power of a hand up. And I think it's a lofty goal, but it's worthwhile to aspire towards. Not just a hand out, but truly lift people out. And every situation is different and requires proper planning. We have a collaboration called FIC, Family Independence Coalition. And it's a collaboration with Catholic Charities, Brightpoint, Lutheran Social Services, and SCAN. The 4 of us come together, and Dee from SCAN is here today, and she's a great partner, as are Steve from Brightpoint, and Angie from Lutheran Social Services. Again, collaboration is a good thing, And this puts the family at the center, and then we refer each other to different agencies based on what their wheelhouse is. That's just a beautiful model. And I want to see more and more of that. And you will see more and more of that, because I think it's the right thing to do, and we achieve better outcomes as a result. The fourth pillar, we will continue to manage the agency with operating discipline. There's a great saying, there is no mission without margin. Being a finance guy, of course, that appeals to me. But it also needs to be managed by a strong operating system. So without margin, there's no mission, and then it needs to be managed properly with the right operating system. Not bureaucracy, just the right oversight. There's no mission without a strong, high-performance culture and team alongside of you. We can't deliver the mission if we don't have the right team members making that happen. We can't fulfill our mission unless we meet with our parishes and our communities and understand the true needs that exist, and then find ways to fill those gaps